Let's go, hero. As I'd mentioned in the last post, I wanted to introduce you to the way that I use the app. So welcome back, and again, glad that you're here. Upper left-hand corner is where if you click on that little wisdom virtue compass is. And I don't use this a ton, but when I am looking for or needing a little extra boost when it comes to some virtue, I like to tie into the wisdom behind the compass. And I know that Michael Balchin, the Chief of Staff and Head Coach at Heroic, puts so much time, energy, and effort into this. When I do one-on-one coaching, having said that, when I do one-on-one coaching, I do use this quite a bit. Excuse me. So you've got wisdom, self-mastery, love, courage, gratitude, hope, curiosity, and zest. And each one of those has a mantra to it. For example, with wisdom, I know the ultimate game and how to play it well, which you can see just below the compass. If you pull up from the bottom, you can see that it has a bunch of tools, quotes, and meditations. So if you're looking for a little extra wisdom, go ahead and hit tools. There's a whole slew or series of tools that you can then come in here, forge your heroic identity, and it shows you this is what it's about. These are the few steps, and then here's a quick reflection for you. And what's cool about it is it's actually tied to basic training as well, which we can talk about later, where you can see at the very bottom it says Objective 3, Lesson 5, Identity, Repeated Beingness. So that's the virtue compass in a very, very short nutshell. There's quotes as well. I like to come in and take a look at these quotes every once in a while. I especially appreciate the quotes on hope. If you hold press, that's what you're committing to, the idea there that you have an inspiring goal, agency, and pathways. I'm committed to hope. And I love the quotes in hope. You are the hero we've been waiting for. So that's a quick look again at the virtue compass. In the upper right-hand side, you have the search bar. You have any content that you've tagged or saved. That is also going to see which content you have actually completed over the time that you've been using the app. And then you've got your profile, where you can contact Heroic Services for help, also where your subscription lives, where you can manage notifications. So really quick, manage notifications. You can turn them on or off if you want an email when a new +1 or a philosopher's notes come out, but also the daily commitment one is a good one. So you could toggle on the daily commitment if by 10 a.m. you haven't completed your commitment, which I'm going to show you here in a second, or you can toggle on and off the complete your protocol, which you can do after 5 p.m. So that's a quick look at the top bar there. And then you've got, good morning, Adam, Paul, Lugsch-Tehle. They always have either a pre-order or what's coming up in their community at the very top there. And then you get your Soul Force score. Don't have a lot of time to get into that, but what we do measure in our community is virtuous targets hit over a year period of time. And so this shows you that I'm on track and have up till this point hit 40,000 virtuous targets since using the app starting last year. What I really want to show you is the daily commitment. So on the daily commitment to access their targets, I'm going to go through that rather quickly. Just below that is the Heroic +1, which is today kind of interesting for me. The journey begins tomorrow. You're going to get a special access point to Heroic Basic Training, and there's 84 videos that Brian shares in Basic Training. Below that are Alexander's meditations, anywhere between 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes, and sometimes she brings the kids in as well. Then you've got the day's philosopher's notes and the day's quotes. So I like to flip through these in the morning and just read through them. In the faces of men and women, we see heroes. All right, so let's get after it. Here's the daily commitment. Tap. Today is the day, hero. These are my energy, work, and love identities. Brian gets more into that during the basic training, but this gives you a pretty good sense of what mine are. So in my energy, I'm Nims, the heroic Sherpa. In my work, I'm LT, the philosophical dark horse, and inspired by the white buffalo spirit. And then love, iconoclastic disciple of Baha. So I tap on energy, and this is where I commit to the virtues. Who do I want to be and embody at my best energy-wise? I want to feel alive, balanced, brave, confident, consistent, courageous, disciplined, embodied, fierce, grounded, kind, open. I want to persevere, be present, have self-mastery or forbearance, transcendence. I want to be undeniable, vibrant, wise, and my favorite, zesty. It's the one virtue that's correlated to, in positive psychology, flourishing and well-being. So I'm going to lock those in at the bottom. And now here's the target practice. So I've got my identity. I've got my virtues. Now it's time to hit my target. So when we talk about big 3x3, it's the top 3 targets in our energy, work, and our love. So digital sunset, 9 o'clock bedtime, eyes shut, 8 to 9 hours in bed. On fire with the love of the kingdom, or a readiness of an 85, sleep score of a 90, activity score of an 85. So I select all these targets. Each one of these things means and matters to me. Not to say that I'm going to accomplish each and every single one of them every single day, but it certainly is an opportunity for me to make an intentional action towards wanting to manifest and bring these things into reality. This is how I see it, operationalizing virtue. These things have meaning, and the meaning for me is they bring that virtue that I just got done talking about into reality on the physical plane. So I'm going to lock those 55 targets in under energy. 55 is extreme. I have over 150 targets. For you, just get the top 3 in your energy, work, and love. Work, LT, the philosophical dark horse. I want to be anti-fragile, authentic, compassionate, confident, courageous, creative, curious, grateful, hopeful, kind, love of learning, noble, persevering, present, purposeful, self-mastery, transcendent, unapologetic, wise, and there we go again, zesty. I'm going to lock those 20 virtues in. So you've got the identity, you've got the virtues, and then you've got the targets for work. For me, it's doing what I'm doing right now, daily goal setting in the Heroic app, renewing my sacred vow to accompany individuals, communities, and institutions in becoming the best, most heroic version of themselves by evolving 1% in their energy, work, and love today, doing my part to help 51% of the world's population flourish by 2051. Locking in E times F times number one win to the power of C, or consistency equals soul force. And then I'm hitting the targets again, identifying, am I a champion, am I a contender, reading that +1, am I doing my part to bring 51 to 2051. Creative before reactive, cosmic rage, deep work sessions, making a social post every single day, playing poorly well, getting in the game, not staying in the gap. That's a good one for me. I use a lot of in work mantras, so A plus S plus Goya equals R. So it's ability times strategy plus get off your anatomy equals results. And we have a start, stop, continue, and a well, better, how process that we go through, optimizing the Carpe Diem journal, locking those 34 targets in. All right, and then we got the iconoclastic disciple of Baha. This won't take you nearly as long because you don't have as many virtues or targets at the moment, but adaptable, authentic, connected, consistent, courageous, curious, have discernment, know what to lean into or what not to, be encouraging, expansive, forgiving, grateful, grounded and hopeful, loving kindness, again, perseverance, self-compassionate, self-mastery or forbearance, transcendent, wise, and zesty, locking those 20 virtues in. So as an iconoclastic disciple of Baha, I want to operationalize all those virtues. How am I going to do that? I'm going to hit my targets. So I'm going to recommit to my 50th wedding anniversary with Lindsay in 2061, say my long obligatory prayer, and send Lindsay a love note. Those are my top 3 in love. And then we've got evening prayers, wheel of awareness, begin the day with a smile, dominate the dishes as an act of love. I swipe that and hit that multiple times a day. 95 Allah pause morning prayers, reading the Kitabi Akdas, reading Courage to Change or daily reader from Al-Anon, pray for someone, negative visualization, checking with my shadow, etc. So now I'm responding to bids, giving Lindsay a hug, renewing my sacred vows. Mantra, I am love. Comes from a conversation we had with John Mackey. I just thought it was really powerful. Virtue spotting. What do I see in other people that they're manifesting that I'm just really appreciative of? Being on time, need that one. Loving everyone all the time, excuse me, gathering with intention, with hearts open, etc. 4 A's, awareness, acceptance, action, assessment, comes from George Mumford's work. Unbelievable. He was Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant's mental toughness and mindfulness coach. Loved his conversation. He also is behind Micro. Mundita, riding like Fred, savoring something, eating a challenge like an energy bar. Am I in survival or growth mode? Grateful flow, I take time to really think about for at least a minute or two in my environment what I'm super grateful for. Witnessing or performing an act of kindness, encouraging or being encouraged by a family member or friend, listening to Lindsay without coaching, the list goes on and on. Again, yours won't be nearly as long as mine. So 52 targets. I'm going to lock in my full day, striving to become the best version of myself in my energy, work, and love as NIMS, LT, and the iconoclastic disciple of Baha. So there you have it, all gas, no brakes, 426 days in a row. I've got 20 virtues in each identity. You can have as few as 1 or as many as you'd like. It's completely idiosyncratic and unique to you. And then, of course, I've got quite a few targets here, as I had mentioned before. So now I say, let's go. And now I'm in it. This is the best part. And I'm almost done here. So Nims, the heroic Sherpa. Boom, I was in bed last night by 8 o'clock, digital sunset by 7:30. It was actually an hour early on my bedtime, eyes shut, and I was in bed for over 9 hours. So go ahead and swipe that as well. On Love, Fire in Love with the Kingdom, sleep scores of 93, etc. So this is the idea where MetaLab, the designer of the app and the tool, really, who also did Tinder and Uber Eats and these things, how can we get that BJ Fogg style like sense of I'm doing something, I'm accomplishing it instantly. I am, after having done some of these things, going to swipe this target to get that refresh, that's like me, that's who I am. Did my goal setting, you saw that. I renewed the sacred vow with you as well. If I'm not in alignment, say no. So it can be as quick as that. And then finally, I'm going to just swipe a couple here in love. We're committed to that sacred vow to Lindsay. Said my long obligatory prayer already. Said my evening prayers last night. Did the Wheel of Awareness tool, etc., etc. And I begin the day with optimism by smiling. And I already dominated the dishes. Let's go. That's like me. So that's a quick look of how I use the app, from the Virtue Compass to saved items, my profile. Also, there is search available. You've got your soul force, which we can talk about some other time, and then my big three: energy, your +1, your meditation, your philosopher's notes and quotes. At the very bottom, if you wanted to jump quickly to the theory, you can go all the way to Brian's +1's philosopher's notes 101 classes. I'll also browse by category. You've got the practice that we just went through, and then Mastery is a paid service, and the social platform Together is coming out here in the next couple of weeks. So hope that was helpful. Look forward to catching up on the next video, and for now, lean in. Take it easy.